Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Talkative Sports podcast. We're here with a little special mini episode for y'all. We're gonna be talking about the midweek cup games that happened past couple of days, and yeah, before we get started, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, comment, share, hop on our live too. If you have any questions or requests, just go ahead and send them to us.
Yeah, comment, like the video, please. Much appreciated.
So, starting with the EFL Cup, Carabao Cup, League Cup, whatever you want to call it, we had two, not one, but two major upsets. Starting off with Newcastle showing up at the Emirates and beating the great Arsenal.
Gunners FC.
Stage 4, 5, 6 Arsenal 2-0 in their own crib. Woo. Zach, you've had a lot to say about Newcastle and Eddie Howe in recent weeks. And I remember in response to, what they're going to do, I said the least they could do is knock Arsenal out of the EFL Cup, and it looks like they're halfway there. Do you see them going all the way to Wembley?
Beating Arsenal in the second leg.
Yeah, or at least making it to
possible.
the final.
Yeah, I've always said they have the squad to do it, so there's no reason they shouldn't. Their only problem was, as I've always said, their coach. So I don't know. Is Eddie Howe gonna break out of his whatever it is that's been holding his team back, whether it's him or something else? There's only one common denominator.
I was looking into Eddie Howe's performances at Newcastle over the past 3.5 years. And I think he's gotten them top 4 twice. And he's gotten them to a EFL Cup final.
Top 4, I think, is what they've only gotten top 4 once. Eddie Howe. Unless I'm mistaken. They've only been in the Champions League once under Eddie Howe. That's how I know.
So in the 2022-23 season, they lost to Man U in the Carabao Cup final, their first final in decades. And in the next season, they made it back to the final again, just to be beaten by Man City. In the league, they have only finished 4th once, and that was 22-23, where they made it to the final and lost to Man U. Ugh. Then they finished 6th the next year. And we also don't see them finishing 4th this year. But hey, they're at least, remains to be seen if they can make it a 3rd cup appearance. Me personally, I had them winning the first game at least. Hating on Arsenal is very profitable. I'm not giving financial advice here, but always bet against Arsenal in cup. It's very easy to do, at least for me. But that game for me, it really exposed Arsenal. It exposed what we already know for the world to see. We've been saying it for the past 2.5 seasons. Sign a striker. sign a striker. And then lo and behold, when Isak scores and sets up another goal, and the same game, Kai Havertz heads the ball, King Kai heads the ball with his shoulder on a wide open chance. Now everybody's saying, "Oh, Arsenal, they could use a guy like Isak." It's like,
I mean,
do y'all even watch the podcast?
it was a tough chance for anyone but a striker. So,
yeah. You know, when you put a left midfielder up there, what do you expect? You know, it's like, hey, maybe Gabriel Jesus would have done better, but who knows? But yeah, Arsenal definitely, like, it's super obvious. And I did say that corner gimmick would come back to bite them. They can't score from open play. What happens when you go up against a team like Newcastle that are committed to also playing the dark arts and pushing and, you know, tripping them and fighting physically? You lose 2-0 at home. And like, I especially love the Isak goal where he put Odegaard, one little love tap, Odegaard goes flying, he scores from it, and just like, dude, you got to get in the gym, man. You got to get in the gym. If I was Arteta, I'd have that playing on replay.
Well,
on the
I
TV.
can't really blame Odegaard. Isak is 5 inches taller than him.
Is he now?
Isak is 6'4", man.
You know, they played together when they were in their
Yeah, they're both from neighboring countries. One is from Sweden and one is Norway. Isak is Swedish, Odegaard is Norwegian. So yeah, of course they play together. Of course.
No, they played together for a real social dad.
Right, but Odegaard should know better than to get in Isak's way. It's on Odegaard.
Oh, I don't even think Odegaard even knew anything about it.
It's 6'4", like, dude, get out of the way. Yes. Yeah, bro.
That's a striker right there. Oh, yep. Damn.
Yes.
I didn't even know he was that tall.
Yeah, move, Odegaard.
Somebody that's 6'4". Usually when they get up to that height, they're not that quick. Right.
Well, we know Scandinavian forwards, Zlatan, Haaland, Isak. They're different, so they're a different breed. It don't matter. We know those guys. They're not human. They were made in the lab. Sorry if I get bad for saying they're not human. I don't care. They were made in the lab. They're a different breed of player. Sorry.
Honestly, I have to look up. Okay, his parents are Eritrean. I can't say it. Eritrean, born in Netherlands. That's dope. That's dope. He definitely looks Somali, but yeah,
well, he's Swedish. Hey,
I was looking it up because I was, I saw this post earlier, and it was how to cash in on the Project Mbappe. Basically, you go as a black man, you go to one of these either Poland or Sweden, and you manufacture a child with the tallest,
passport, bro,
lankiest.
You become a passport, bro.
Yes, and then get him into the academy, teach him how to use his left foot, and then you just give him a little taper fade and cash in. Hey, you didn't hear that from me. Honestly, it's
one of the just slow and unathletic.
Well, then you failed, and you got to blame your swimmers for that. Maybe you're just not that guy, pal. Me personally, I don't think I'll have that problem. But yeah, there it is. You still didn't tell me if you think Newcastle will go through to the final.
Well, they won 2-0 at Arsenal, the first leg. There's a very good chance they could do it. Yeah, they could. This is the semifinal, right? So
yeah, one more.
They win one game. Yeah, they have a good chance.
All they have to do is not lose, pretty much.
Yeah, just don't lose. You could tie 0-0 and make it. So it's not.
Yeah.
And Arsenal can't score right now. So if you let them win, you let Gabriel Jesus like throw a party in the tune. See,
Don't
Newcastle fans,
don't
the
let
tune. Don't
don't,
let them come into the tune and have a party. Don't
yeah.
let them come into your house, sit back, kick their feet up, make them a sandwich, make you go get them a soda.
No,
No. Come on. Newcastle Army, we must protect the tune. You can do it. I'm not even talking to Eddie Howe. We don't care. We know what Eddie Howe does. But I'm talking to you, Newcastle fans. We must protect the tune from the Gunners.
you
I
better
believe in
James St. James Park rocking. I want all the fans.
Newcastle fans don't call it St. James Park. We call it the tune.
We
Yeah.
I need everybody outside the stadium in Newcastle on Tyneside. Anybody in red, I want them followed instantly. I want them intimidated. I want them silent. And don't let Arsenal make it to that cup final. They don't deserve to be there. Just play the same way. Like Kaz said, Arsenal are out of ideas. If they can't score from a corner, they also can't score from open play. Apparently,
Castle, let me give you who's going to start in their front three next week. It's probably not going to be Kai, so it's probably going to be Gabriel Jesus. We know that. Probably Troussard on left wing, right wing. Nwaneri's injured, so okay, Sterling's injured. I don't know who's starting on the right wing. So, yeah, it should be meat and potatoes for you.
yeah. That next game is, let's see, it's on the 5th of February. So they got about a month to prepare.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to look at what's in between, but actually, why not? Why not? But, yeah, Newcastle, it's yours to fumble. Eddie Howe, don't overthink it. Do not overthink that game. And you should be to your third cup final in 4 years, the same cup. If third time's not the charm, you guys are never winning anything. I'm sorry. Come on, you have the players. You've been there before. Learn from your mistakes and bring it home. At least then maybe guys will have mercy on you and stop calling you out so much, Eddie Howe. Wanted to see what they have in between. And, that's a whole 5 games in between. Sorry, Dad. I'm recording right now. And then Arsenal. Any tough games in between? Arsenal have a much tougher schedule in between games. Games against Man U, Spurs, Villa, Champions League against Zagreb, and Wolves. And Girona. Wait, am I reading this wrong? Yeah, they have way more games in between. They have like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in between, including Man City, and then they play Newcastle. Meanwhile, Newcastle only have Burnley, Wolves, Bournemouth, Southampton, and Fulham. Ooh, Arsenal. This is what you pray for, to be in and amongst the trophies and to be playing in Champions League and all the domestic cups. Win something. Your fans are starting to turn on Arteta. That's easy. Of course they are. So it's like, you have a lot to prove.
There is no passion. There is no vision. There is no aggression.
Nothing. There's nothing there. They're crashing out. So Arsenal, I know what my prediction is. Newcastle going through to the final, whatever it takes. On the flip side, on the other side of the bracket, Spurs managed to beat Liverpool 1-0, ending their 24-game unbeaten streak. Ooh. And I said it last episode, even though you lost that game, you can see what you're cooking. And this time, it
What is
worked. He's cooking a deadly attack, but they still have Timo Werner on the left, which ruins everything. But Dominic Solanke is a real striker. I like him more and more the more I see of him. I think he will never be Harry Kane, but he will be a decent goal scorer, solid 20 goal a season striker for them. I think Marcus predicted he'd be the signing of the season. I don't think
He's definitely
that's gonna be a thing. But as far as a decent signing for Spurs, especially if they can get some better pieces around him, it should be all right.
Can they defend?
That's it again. Well, they defended well against Liverpool.
Did they?
They hung on for dear life.
Okay.
I don't know if it was more Liverpool not finishing or
I'll give
Spurs.
credit where credit is due. For once, I can give credit to the Romanian Draguzin. He played a great game. He had a clearance off the line. I watched.
Yes, he did have a glow.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah,
I've been watching Draguzin, man. You know, the last game, he was terrible. He was horrible. Oh, my God. But he was good this game. I'll give that to him. Actually, all the Tottenham teenagers were good. Even the guy that scored the goal. Good. Solid player.
Bergvall. He should have received a second yellow. If it was up to me, that's not yellow anyway.
But the first yellow was
not
yellow,
up to me. What was the first yellow?
It was on Luis Diaz who dived.
Okay, the scales are
like that. That's why, like, when people complain about refs, I'm like, you realize these guys make mistakes all the time. They're human.
And then the scales are definitely balanced because I was thinking, even though it was a foul, I'm not giving a yellow because
that game had nothing to do with refs.
Yeah, it's like it's a cup match.
Nothing to do with refs. It was
but Liverpool fans, that's all they.
It's all on Liverpool. Look,
yeah, it's like just because there's one thing, and yes, it was a foul, but the first, you said the first one was it?
Shouldn't have been a foul.
Let it go. Mm-hmm. And even if it was,
who cares?
It's a cup final. It's a cup semifinal.
Go score a goal.
As a referee, I'm not sending him off and ruining the game. No, let it play. It's not like he tried to. It was a dangerous tackle. And third, actually, it's like you should not. You cannot blame one referee call for the outcome of the game. I will not allow, no, that doesn't, let me see how many chances you had. You have 14 shots, 7 on target. If you score from any one of those, your unbeaten streak continues. Like, let's talk about the players and the chances they missed, and 3 of them big chances. And it's like, come on, guys.
No,
don't blame the refs. You weren't blaming the refs when you were getting easy calls throughout all the way here. There was no easy call. There wasn't. We weren't when the referees they banned David Coop, and you guys were like, "Oh, the referees are against us," and then you didn't get a single call against you for like 2 months coming into this match. You didn't complain, but now you want to complain because he didn't get a second yellow, even though the first one wasn't a yellow. Like, come on, do better. I'll give you the same thing I said last episode about Arsenal fans. You didn't lose the game because of that call. You lost the game because you didn't finish your chance.
Yeah, score. Yeah, like I said, and even watching the game, you could see there was a clear change. Like, as soon as Tottenham scored, they were like, oh my God, wait.
Now
we could lose this game? Wait, I thought we beat them 6-3. Yeah, you could lose this game. That game doesn't matter. This is a semifinal for a cup.
and
Yeah.
it's definitely they definitely have
And
way less excuses because they didn't really rest anybody. This is their first team that they would play, apart from maybe Bradley, but
yeah, they didn't really rest anyone.
yeah, you have one, and he's 21. He's not like a kid. He's not a teenager. And then Trent came on for him, and he had chances. So it's like there's no excuses here. Started Van Dijk and Salah and Allison and Gakpo and Jota, McAllister, grabbing. Like, come on.
I was wondering if it was this game that.
In fact, Spurs played more teenagers than you did. That's 2 teenagers to year 0. So it's
they did.
It's like, no.
Their back line, their center back pairings, they're like 21-year-olds.
Yeah.
Dragusin is like 22.
Yeah, he's 22 and Gray is 18.
Exactly.
And the goal scorer is also 18. So shame on you, Liverpool fans, for complaining.
Yeah, they just, I mean, and the refs are low-hanging fruit,
It's very easy.
Anyone can blame the refs.
It's like Arteta, and he was, I know, I cannot just push fake news, but in Arteta's defense, he was not complaining about the ball. He was asked about the Carabao Cup ball, and he
said, yes, it's different.
But he didn't blame. The media spun it to make it seem like he was complaining about the ball.
I don't pay attention to that stuff because, obviously the media is gonna overspin it over. I just pay attention. Did you win or did you lose? That tells me.
Also, it's like they train with. Would you not train with the ball? And also, it's like the opponent has the same ball, so it's like the media. The media is evil for that. But more on this fixture. This fixture, for me, Liverpool has a way stronger chance of coming back and making it to the final. They're at Anfield, and they're up against Spurs. What do you think is going to happen in the return leg?
I think Liverpool wins this one. I think they stop playing around with their food. I think, I mean, if you could clearly tell in that game, that they didn't really take Spurs seriously till they felt like they had to, which is always dangerous. So I'm thinking that they come out firing this time at Anfield, but we'll see, because you never know. But it is Anfield. It's tough. It's tough for anyone to win there. I mean, Barcelona couldn't even win there, so I think Liverpool wins and goes through. Yeah,
and even comparing their schedules, they have about the same amount of games. Well, exact same amount of games, but Liverpool's fixtures are just so much easier.
Just like one of our hardcore fans, shout out to Christian, he agrees with me. Liverpool is coming back with a vengeance. So, yep.
I see. Liverpool is coming back with a vengeance here.
Yes, they are.
I think Spurs, this is their chance to win a trophy. Like, Ange, this is your time to shine. You have an entire transfer window to figure it out.
Well, we'll see.
Me personally, I for me, it has to be Liverpool. Just come on, it's Spurs, but I'm rooting for Spurs on this one. I'm rooting for Spurs. I'd like to see Newcastle and Spurs in the final, because I think Liverpool are going to win the league anyway. So we'll see. We'll see. Um,
On to
well,
La Liga.
yes, over in La Liga, the Supercoppa, I think that's the one. The Supercoppa was played. Um, we had Bilbao, Athletic Club, and Barcelona, and then we had Real Madrid and Mallorca. Any surprises there? Because really, I'm not really
No
surprised.
surprise here.
Yeah, no, no
La-
surprises.
The El Clásico final. What we obviously um you know that's that's to be expected. That's pretty much the standard in La Liga. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
it,
mean, I never thought Mallorca stood a chance. Um,
and no, once they scored that one, it was from Bellingham, I think it was, and then
it was over because um, a Real Madrid friend of mine that I was watching the game over the phone with asked me what I thought the score was, and I said 3-1. So
ended up being 3-0.
I
Yeah,
must have overestimated Mallorca's ability to score. So I never thought they stood any chance. Yeah, and then Barcelona, um, yeah, whatever team they were playing, never thought they stood a chance either.
yeah, you can't leave your best player on the bench against Barcelona and expect things to get done.
Yeah, what was that BS with Nico Williams, man?
I don't know. Fact, like I have to thought I don't know why he didn't start that game. And I I
Talk
don't
about being too smart for yourself.
oh yeah, I don't know why he came
Yeah,
up
once I saw
and
Nico Williams was on the bench, I'm like, oh, this game is over. Straight to the finals, Barcelona. Yeah, and it's sad because his friend, his brother,
yeah,
and
scored
he
against them.
scored. So and he wasn't even on the pitch. Sad.
Yeah. Uh I think Barcelona will continue and win in the final though.
Oh
Yeah.
well, our a Christian in the chat says that if Real Madrid plays like that, like they did against Mallorca, they're gonna lose. Yeah, probably. But do we really think Barcelona is that dangerous of a team to capitalize on those mistakes? I
I
don't know.
don't I don't think they're that dangerous of a team, but I think they will turn up for the
Of
final.
course, they're going to turn up
And,
for El Clásico.
see,
Any against Real Madrid,
yeah.
Barcelona players are turning up.
It doesn't like they'll start. They're usually three teenagers, and them teenagers will announce themselves, so that like they already have it to the world. But they're gonna have the game of their lives, and I can see Barcelona winning it, especially with Hansi Flick. Flick ball will be on full display.
Football, football, man. Yeah, it works. It works.
You know, it's just a one-off. It has nothing to do with the league. This isn't a Clásico. This is a final. They're actually kind of overdue a Supercopa. They haven't won since 2020. Real Madrid have won it twice. Athletic Club won it once since then. Go ahead. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. What just happened? Did I just support Barcelona?
Yeah, against Real Madrid, you want them to win in the
What is
final.
wrong with me? Am I,
So
what happened to all the hate in my heart? Am I becoming
yeah, there's
a
no.
more positive person?
And you can only keep them when they're down so much, right?
Yeah.
They're not down anymore.
Well, they are down financially, and that is one
Yes,
position where I'll always root against them. Like, no,
they are absolutely down financially.
it's crazy how bad they are at finances every window, every year, selling rights,
Well, there's
pulling levers.
a lot of embezzlement.
Yeah. It's corruption. Somebody needs to go to jail if they haven't already.
They won't.
Yeah, and yeah, that's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Even Rafinha came out and said it like, yes, every player should think twice about signing that contract with Barcelona.
Yeah.
Because it's like there's no guarantee you will even get paid.
No.
They've been trying to get rid of De Jong for like 2 years. He can't read the room. Like, bro, they need you to go somewhere. They're trying to, like, they can't afford you anymore. Like, well, what club needs De Jong?
Man, you when they had Eddie Ten Hag.
Yeah, they think they went in for him, but they couldn't.
It was too expensive.
Yeah, too expensive for Man U.
Barcelona
Now,
should have sold them. That's what I'm saying. Like Barcelona doesn't know how. Chelsea would have sold De Jong so quick. Barcelona, you can't afford this player. Sell him. What did we do with our captain? Our captain who we groomed from Cobham from 8, 5, 6, 7 years old. And he graduated and became a captain, a professional player. And what did we do? We sold him like this. Like this. All right.
The game in, it was gone. And it's like, man, if they're offering you the money, you have to take it.
They didn't sell it. Either they didn't want to sell him or De Jong didn't want to leave. One of those things.
I think it is both.
Probably a little bit
De Jong has been wanting, I don't know how long they've been trying to get rid of him, or if it was last summer.
Xavi was trying to get rid of him. Xavi was trying to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We know that. That's probably what ran Xavi out of town. Because he was trying to get rid of him.
When you give him that crazy contract, like why would he want to leave? He wants to stay and play for the badge more than the club. He loves it there. He loves the Spain and the beaches and everything. The island vacations, everything. Gets to play for one of the biggest clubs. Catalan women probably are amazing too. Don't quote me, I don't know. But yeah, why would he want to leave? Especially to Man U. Like, yeah, I wouldn't want to go to Man U either. Yeah, we'll see what they do in the final. We'll see. I will definitely be tuning in for that one. Yeah. Another thing I've noticed, why is there a two-legged tie in the Carabao Cup, but there isn't a two-legged semifinal in the FA Cup? It seems kind of backwards, especially with players complaining about too many games. Well, I answered my question.
I was going to say too many games.
Never. Next topic.
Italian Cup.
Yes, sir. I loved not every second of that game, but that was a great,
I loved every second of that
amazing game.
Yeah.
First of all, Lautaro putting them up, well taken goal. By the way, it was between Inter Milan and the AC Milan rivals. Coming into this game, Inter Milan had won the last two. They won the last two Supercoppas, and they were trying to make it a three-peat. Inter Milan's coach had won 3 in a row because he won one while he was at Juventus, and they thought they had it in the bag. Going 2-0 up in the second half, and then the comeback of all comebacks happened. Your boy, Christian Pulisic, what's his name? Theo Hernandez scoring a beautiful free kick to start the comeback. Pulisic drawing them level 2-2. And then one scammy Tammy Abraham winning it at the death. Lautaro, what do you mean? Lautaro scored. Hey, he might have disappeared because I didn't really see him after, but AC Milan are my second club, in case you guys don't know. I've loved AC Milan since.
Still don't understand how they play in the same stadium. I can't wrap my head around that.
What same mistake?
No, I don't understand how they play in the same stadium.
Oh,
I still can't wrap my head around it.
well,
Get it at all. But
well,
do they just do? They just do. All right.
they do. They figure it out.
They
But
just do.
the history is AC Milan split off from Inter for reasons that I do not remember. And then they ended up back in the same stadium again because I think they both own it, whatever. But hey, I love to see it. San Siro can hold them, and the league makes sure they're not playing at home or away at the same time. It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a fun derby. It's one of the most, if not the most unique derby in football, where both teams hate each other so much, even though they were part of the same team.
They play in the same place.
In the same stadium. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Do they both use the same home dressing room? Probably not. That's
Nah. One will use away and one will use home, and they'll probably take turns. Like the next time the other person's home, the other person's away. But yeah, they use the same stadium for games. And back to my guy Lautaro Martinez. Yes, you did score, but I would not be a proper supporter if I didn't mention it when he plays badly. And in the second half, yeah, that he was terrible. I mean, the entire Inter team is pretty bad. But it starts with him because he is El Capitan, and it starts with him. He was bad. They were all bad, and they deserved their result. You got to close the game. You got to finish the game out if you want to win that cup, that championship game. You can't just fall asleep in the second half. So all credit to Christian Pulisic for his tenacity, his work rate, his finishing, and all credit to Theo Hernandez. I mean, my God, what a spectacular goal. And then of course Tammy Abraham.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tammy has such a special story, and from Roma, and then I think losing in the, what was it? Was it the first Conference League final that he had under Mourinho, and then he was out for a season, somehow ended up at AC Milan. I had no idea. And then he was injured again, and then he comes off the bench to score. Like, I love that for him. I love it for all of the ex-Chelsea players that play at AC Milan. Pulisic, Loftus-Cheek, of course, Scammy, Tammy, Morata, and Tomori. Wait, yes, Tomori. Actually, that's 5. And then, of course, there's Samuel Chukwueze, who's Nigeria's striker. So there was only one team I was ever rooting for in that game. And yeah, it's a good story for them too. Their coach has only been there for 2 games. Although he didn't bench Leao, by the way. Leao was coming back from an injury. And Leao comes on, the game changes, and they go on to win. So I saw Pulisic interview after the game, and basically they just want to take this win and motivate them to get into the Champions League places, because that's where they belong. I think it was the last time. I think the last time AC Milan were in the Champions League, or the last time we were in the Champions League, because we beat them in the group stages. I think home and away. That was like Graham Potter, was it? Was that Graham Potter? Was Graham Potter, or did we sacked Tuchel? That was like when we sacked Tuchel. That was the last time we were in the Champions League and we played AC Milan. So yeah, I'd love to see them back next year.
Yeah.
At this point in time, they're 8th in the table.
Yep. That's
Tough
why they
league.
sacked their
Yeah.
coach.
Yep.
Not the first time Pulisic has been part of a sacking.
Pulisic's carry job could not prevent the sack for that man. Like, I think at some point he was benching Pulisic just because.
Yep.
And benching his stars to prove a point. Like, that's not how you improve the players. Like, I hate coaches like that. But hey, they have a mountain to climb. Looks like they're all together now with their new coach. They have Zlatan traveling with them and giving speeches at finals. It's crazy. Like, out of all the clubs he played for, that's his play. AC Milan is a special team. So they need to get back in the fight, even though I'm rooting for Conte to win this year. Yeah.
Shit. Covered all of it.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to encourage our watchers and subscribers to tune into more Serie A, because that is right after the Premier League, especially even more competitive than the Premier League, I would say, when it comes to who the trophies go to at the end of the day. They've had 5 different league winners in the past 5 years. The Copas always go to a different team, apart from this competition, which, at least the cup competitions, when I checked, Inter Milan that won 5 out of the last 10 in both the Supercoppa and the Coppa Italia. Then you have Juve, Napoli, and now AC Milan. So yeah, tuning into some Serie A right now, and like if any Serie A sponsors are watching, sponsor us, and don't worry, I'll get them viewership numbers up for y'all. I promise. I'm totally not capping. Oh, I wonder what Zlatan told him during the speeches. Well, I only watched the post-match speech. They did not post the pre-game speech. Maybe if they do a documentary on their season, which they're not doing, we will find
I
out.
don't know. If Netflix, I don't know. You know Netflix and Amazon.
AC Milan is a great company.
They up like that all the time.
I would definitely tune. I haven't tuned in for any of the other ones, but I would tune in for the AC Milan one because I really want to know how it works, like the inner workings of sharing that San Siro stadium and how
that just seems like one of the most efficient systems on this planet. It needs to be.
They got it. They got it all figured out, and
bro, and there's concerts and shows in that stadium. Mike, I don't understand it. Yeah, it needs to be studied. There's like fashion shows and there's all kinds of stuff there. And they have both teams playing their games there. And imagine if both teams are in the Champions League as well. Oh my God. It needs to be studied.
They just have great infrastructure.
Yeah.
Christian just reminded me about other games. By the way, I have called every game correctly this week. I just wish I would have put them all in one parlay. I didn't. But tomorrow's game, we have Dortmund versus Bayer Leverkusen. I think Leverkusen are playing away. I personally have Leverkusen winning that game.
I don't know. I can see Dortmund making some noise in that game.
Yeah, it's the story of the Dortmund. Anytime it comes down to the wire for them to win a game, for them to win something, they crumble. And this Bayer Leverkusen team, they might not be unbeaten like they were last year, but they have strung together. I think it was like 7 wins in a row up to this point. It's either 7 or 6. And I don't think Dortmund are going to be able to stop them.
But I think Dortmund has the best striker out of both teams. So Sergio Girassi. My humble opinion. He's better than whatever striker Leverkusen got.
Arsenal, you need a striker. There you go. They won't though. They won't. They don't. Even
good.
the
I like Openda,
you
maybe
think
Sko. Nah, they wouldn't go for those guys. Just go and get Ozzy, man. Stop trying.
you think Gurase is better than Boniface?
Yes. That's been close, man. It's
I mean,
not close at all.
Boniface has been in.
Look
Okay.
at where Girassi was balling, though. Look at the club he was playing for. Look at what he was doing.
He has 6 goals and an assist in the league.
No, but I'm saying last season.
I'll have to compare them. They both have the same goals and assists this season.
Look at his last season. Look at where was he playing last season?
Last season, Gurase was playing VfB Stuttgart.
Exactly.
30 goals in 30 appearances.
Exactly. That's a all
3
right.
assists. Ooh. Overall, 8.0 rating for the season.
I know.
Ooh.
That's a different player.
How
I
old
don't know
is
why people aren't talking about him.
He's 28. He's from Guinea. Okay, that's still us people.
Shout out Abubakar Silla.
Shout out Abubakar
If you're watching, shout out to you, bro. We go way back. Abubakar Silla.
Oh, he had a crazy season. He much better than Boniface. Boniface had 21 goals and 9 assists in
Which is good.
games.
It's good. That's not a bad season.
Oh no, it's a great season.
But
30?
Yeah. And you play for Stuttgart, the other place for a great manager.
Yeah, that went unbeaten. An unbeaten team.
So
also Boniface is 4 years younger. Like, whoa.
True. Fair enough.
Well, we will be watching. I have Leverkusen. I think Kaz is leaning more towards Dortmund. We also have Christian leaning towards Dortmund. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. And with that, we reached yet the end of another episode. Been listening, been watching with us. You've been with us so far. Drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe,
comment,
share with your friends,
share.
Hop on the lives and have some fun with us. You know,
he's just gonna do is just like the video.
Oh yeah, just drop a like if you're not gonna do any of those things. If you'd like us to discuss anything, or if you want to discuss it with us,
Post it. Yeah, post a comment. Let us know.
I also like to extend the invitation to anyone who is interested in working with us. Go ahead and let us know. We're here. We're open to it. And we will see you guys on the next.